Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily Oracle and Tarot card reading. And today's reading will be for Wednesday, September the 30th, and we are using the Vintage Oracle card deck this week. And let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. Okay, and we have Shadow Self. We have Surrender. And we have Love. Okay, this Wednesday, the Shadow Self. What a beautiful card. Okay, and it's a woman. She's looking up at the night sky. Okay, there's a full moon up above. She's standing in this doorway, this little entryway, and she's actually staring up. It looks like there's a raven or a blackbird up here. Okay, and what this card is telling me from Spirit is we have to be aware that we're all made up of light and dark. We have a good side, okay, which is the light. We have a bad side, which could be the dark. We have to be willing to embrace our dark side, okay, our shadow self, as much as people are told to embrace the light. When we embrace both of our dark and light side, we're just saying that we're human beings. We all have our faults. We're not perfect. Sometimes people want to avoid their dark side. Sometimes they don't want to look at the shadow self and admit to themselves what needs to change. We all have this. We all have a shadow self. And sometimes it's just like being in the darkness here, okay? Sometimes we don't even realize. And this woman, she's looking upward. Okay, she's looking at that raven. Okay, and she's seeing herself in that dark color that he resembles. And she's knowing that it's part of who she is as an individual. Okay, this is telling us to examine our shadow self, to accept all parts of our being. Let's see how the other cards line up with this. Okay, perfect. Surrender. This woman has butterflies in front of her. She's looking downward. And she's probably examined her shadow self. She's looked at her dark side. And she's not exactly sure what to do. So she's choosing to surrender instead of fighting it. Okay? I always say, let go and let God. Just surrender. Surrender to whatever it is that you're not sure how to fix at this time. Don't beat yourself up over your shortcomings. Don't look down on yourself or even engage in any self-negative talk or self-doubt. Just hand it over. Surrender it to the universe. Yeah, what I get from Spirit is this woman here, she's at a standstill in her life and she doesn't know which way to go. She's not sure what decision to make. So she's just going to stand still, maybe meditate, go within. But most important is to just surrender it and understand that sometimes we don't have all the answers and sometimes we don't know what we're going to do. This is a person out there watching the video that's in limbo, okay? They don't know if they should stay or go. They don't know if they should continue to be with who they're with, partner, spouse, friends, groups, associations. They don't even know if they should stay at their job or maybe look for something else. They're stuck. And when you're stuck, the best thing you can do is just surrender it to the universe and just say, whatever's meant for me to have or to be, please allow it. I'm releasing this to the universe. I'm surrendering, okay? And you'd be surprised how things start to line up when you stop fighting what is and you just surrender. And it doesn't mean you're losing or giving up, okay? When you surrender, it's a very mature thing to do. It's admitting to yourself that maybe you don't have all the answers right now, but in due time, they will come to you. Believe me, the universe has a way of lining things up perfectly at the exact time. And then the last card is love, and a beautiful woman, and there is a dove right up here, okay? And she is looking very relaxed, very much at peace, and that's what the dove symbolizes, peace and love. And this has to do with self-love. Self-love. Because on this Wednesday, we may have to face our shadow self. And it might not be a very loving way to look at ourselves, but we do have to look at it. We have to examine exactly what we can do to improve ourselves. We may not want to admit our dark side. And when you do confront that, you're going to need to surrender. Okay? And above all, this is the time when you're going to need the most self-love. Okay? Nobody's perfect. We're not all light and rainbows and sunshine. Believe me, I'm not a burst of sunshine every day. Trust me. You could ask my mom and my best friend. Sometimes I'm downright horrible. But you know what? That's part of my shadow self that I have to work on. And I often surrender to the universe the things that I cannot figure out, because there's no other choice but to just surrender it. And above all, love yourself. And not in an egotistical or narcissistic way. Love yourself enough that no matter who or what you are, we're all a work in progress. We're all able to do the inner work that we need to do to improve ourselves. Nobody's without fault. Nobody's without negative qualities. But when you love yourself, you're saying that you matter. And that is so important. So on this Wednesday, give yourself a dose of self-love. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be back.